Seeing how many of something will fit in and conversions, both those processes really have their basis in something called ratio. So we're going to be looking at this problem here. When I can find it, here we go. This one, using ratio. So you can see here we've got, where are we? Gravel, and they give units in centimeters. This is missing here. There you are, centimeters, but we're given it in meters. We're saying how many bags can fit into the volume of this, and we need to convert the centimeters to meters or meters to centimeters. So you've got two questions in one. So the first thing we would do would be identify the key points and all the information that we have available that we can play with, and we have the original to fit, and it would help if that worked. We had a little rectangle, all not to scale of course, and that was 12.2 meters, and this one here was 3.0 meters. We have the bag volume given as we had 1, 2, 3, oh, 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair of zeros, centimeters. Oh, this here is to be 2 centimeters deep. We need to know how many bags will be needed to do that. Well, first of all, look, meters, meters. Let's change the 2 centimeters into meters. Now we know that 1 meter, exactly the same length as 100 centimeters. We're just using different scales to measure them. So we want 2 centimeters. Well, look, by ratio, so this would imply that 2 centimeters equals, now let's have a little play with numbers. We want centimeters, so we put them on the top. Now we're doing our ratio in fraction format to 1 meter. Oh no, we want the meters on top. Let's reverse that, shall we? We want the answer to be meters, so we need to convert that to meters. So we want 1 meter in comparison to 100 centimeters. Now this is a ratio, it's not a fraction, but it's in fraction format. Now that, like equivalent of fractions, 1 over 2 is equal to 2 over 4 is equal to 4 over 8. We're going to be using that sort of idea. We want to know, that's 100 centimeters, 2 centimeters. What goes there? Well, we behave, or this behaves exactly the same way that fractions do, even though it's not a fraction. So what we can do, we want that on its own, that divide by that. Alright, so we have 100 meters, 100 centimeters equals question mark times 1 over 2 centimeters. Now we want that on its own, so we need to get rid of that, so this comes over the other side. This is the same as, let me, thank you, and alright, I need to delete that as well. Same as divide by 2 centimeters. Now this goes over the other side. Shortcut method, we do the reverse operation. Over here it's divide, so over here it becomes multiply, so we end up with 1 meter 100 centimeters times, here it's divide, so come over it's multiply, 2 centimeters. The units of measurement cancel out, so we end up with 2 times, oh, that is equal to that, 2 times the 1, which gives me 1. The only unit of measurement on the top is meters, and under here we have 100, no unit of measurement, so we divide that by 100. That gives me 0.01 meters. Divide that by 100. Well, if I multiply that by 100, 10, 100. So that is indeed right. So 2 centimeters is equivalent to 0.01 of a meter. 0.01 meters. We are making all our units of measurement the same. 2 centimeters is now converted to meters. Let me just make sure I got that right. 1 over 100 over 2. 1 over 100 divide 2, correct. That goes over the other side. Multiply, yes, becomes 2. And that is wrong. Oops. Did you spot the mistake before I did? Testing if you're on your toes. Good idea to check your calculations. So in fact that is wrong. Let's make that correct. 2 meters. See, I've just demonstrated the importance of checking your work. Okay, so we know that that in fact is wait a minute, 0.02 meters, right? So we can now work out the volume of that, but the volume of the bag, you know, we want volume of I use target, we use the word target, don't we? Yeah, we use that, target volume. This here, if we divide that by volume of bag, that would tell us how many bags we need. So we need, again, to make sure that all the units of measurement are the same. The bag again is given in centimeters, but we're working in meters. So let's look. Cubic centimeters. How many cubic centimeters are there in 1 meter? Well, let's do a quick sketch, rough sketch, to make sure we're thinking on the right lines. There's, well, let's pretend all the lines are the same length, not to scale. Okay, so that length there is 1 meter, that length there is 1 meter, and that length there is 1 meter. Multiply all those together, we get the volume. But we know that 1 meter is 100 centimeters. Right, so we have here volume multiply together. 1 meter times 1 meter times 1 meter, or the same volume in centimeters, 100 times 100 times 100. Well, there's 2 noughts, 2 noughts, 2 noughts, gives us 6 noughts. So 1 cubic meter equals 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that is our conversion there. So we have 1 cubic meter equals, oh, by the way, this should be centimeters cubed, shouldn't it? 3 sets of 2. How does that compare to this? So we're given Let me just get rid of this. We're told the bag, or the bag sent or sold in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But we know that 1 cubic meter is the same number. So we have 1 meter, alright, cubic meter equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 cubic meter is that. Now look, 1, bum, 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 bum. So in fact, the bag that they sell, bag volume, is indeed 1 cubic meter. Now we're in business. Now we're in business. So what we have here, the volume, target volume, right? Target volume over the bag volume, right? Bag volume. So that would give me target volume is 12.2 meters, that length, times that length, 3.0 meters, times the thickness, which is that, and we want to, so that's the volume of the area we want to fill with gravel. The volume of the bag is 1 cubic meter. 1 bag, right? 1 bag. 1 bag equals. So let's do that. And it's on the wrong screen, hang on. And let's put it there. Here we go. I'm going to put it in a bracket. All the top in one bracket. 12.2 times 3 times 0.02, 0.02, close bracket. Divide all that lot, well, by 1, it doesn't change it. I'll put it in if you want, it won't change it, alright? So that will give me, oh wait, where you going, 0.732, 0.732 of a bag. So the question is, how many bags will you need? Well, you can't have a part bag, you'll have to have 1 bag. Done.